Welcome to Rick's Corner. You know, I've been bringing you guys things out of the 50s and 40s and videos and the old film footage of the past, that my Mitzi Gaynor special and people like that, and John Grimmick, and you know, I just keep airing it and airing it because these are lost films that I didn't know existed. I mean, I lived through them and I did them, but I just didn't know they were around. And little by little, people have been sending them to me. And I've been watching them and say, you know what, I got to share it with my viewers. I've just got to share this. I put up the Mitzi Gaynor special that was done in 1976 because a lot of us guys got on these variety shows like Cher, Johnny Carson, Flip Wilson, and all these shows. Some I don't have footage on. I only have still shots. But boy, if I get footage, I'm putting it right up instantly. Well, years ago, there was a show called You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. He was one of the famous Marx Brothers, a comedy team that had done lots of black and white movies. His show, You Bet Your Life, was in black and white, and it was like a game show. It was like you say the secret word and you win yourself $100. So I looked at this and somebody sent this to me, and they had previous week Reg Lewis on, who was a Mr. Universe, and Reg is a very good friend of mine. And I thought, I can't find that footage anywhere. It just can't find it. So if any of you guys find that one, You Bet Your Life with Reg Lewis, please send it to me. However, somebody sent me one with Joe Gold. Now, you all know that Joe Gold was the creator of Gold's Gym. He did a lot of stuff back in the past. He did the Sextet tour, not Sextet, but the Mae West tour. I did the Sextet after that. He did a lot of, I think he did Planet of the Apes. He did other commercials and things where they called on bodybuilders besides even owning the gym. So apparently game shows back then would require bodybuilders from time to time, Mr. Americas, and of course the public wasn't real familiar with it. They just knew that it existed and they were just bodybuilders. So somebody sent me this footage and he's on the show, Joe Gold. This has got to be back in the 50s some point, and I found it interesting to watch this. So I left the opening on. I just did a little bit of the segment with Joe and then I closed it out. Take a look at this. This really is fun stuff.
Week, Mr. Universe of 1957.
Mr. Universe?
Yes, he was on our show last week.
Is somebody by that name?
Yes, his name is actually Reginald Lewis. And his wife said that he had the most perfect figure in the whole world. And
His wife, well, she ought to know.
Anyway, Groucho invited any men listening who figured that they had a better figure to get in touch with us and
figure that out.
And many of them did, and we selected two to be on our show tonight, and I think they're ready now, Groucho.
Mm-hmm. Well, you may be wondering what we're doing with a stunt like this, but I'm sick of looking at beautiful girls. Well, that's true. And I thought for a change we ought to give the women a break by having some handsome men up here. Let's face it, we're all animals, deep down. Everybody knows there are male wolves, so there certainly must be female wolves. Otherwise, there never would be any little tiny wolves. And then where would we be then? Huh? Now, George, how are we going to decide who the winner is?
Well, we thought it would be a good idea if we maybe selected a woman from our audience to be a judge.
All right, well, let's get a woman out there. Is there a woman out there who'd like to be a judge of this contest? If so, stand up.
Stand up?
Any woman at all.
See you?
Any woman at all.
Stand up.
Oh, the one with the gray dress. Red dress. All right, red dress. Come on. The audience color, they want the woman with the red jacket here, in case they go hunting. How do you do? What is your name?
Lillian Watkins.
It is? Well, that's a mighty fine name. And are you married?
I'm unmarried now.
Okay, otherwise you were going back in the audience, you know. Your name is Lillian Watkins?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Now, do you think you're qualified to pick the man with the best build?
Well, I certainly should be. I was married 30 years.
To one man?
The same one.
Send the other woman back. We want a woman who's had 4 or 5. Okay, I guess you're qualified. George, bring in the challenges.
All right, Mr. Don Scott, who was Mr. Physical Fitness of 1956, and Joe Gould, the most perfect man of 1956. Would you gentlemen come in, please?
Come on in, boys. Okay, boys, start flexing.
And I have to...
Now, you walk in front of them there, and you decide which one you think would be the... I'll go with you, huh? You want a tango? Which one do you... Hey, no touch. Go around the back and take a look at them. Now, they may look better from the rear end.
Oh, they're good looking. I think this one's developed.
You like this one? Okay, Blondie, I'm sorry, but that's the way the muscles bounce. We'll give you another chance. Come on over the microphone. Now, what do they get, George, for displaying their shapes up here?
Well, for our winner here...
He's the winner?
Yes, Joe Gould, he gets $101. And for Mr. Don Scott, we have second prize money of $99.
I see. Well,
I'll give them the $2 because I couldn't see much difference between them.
well, do you want to take one of these home with you?
I'd like to.
What is your name, man?
Joe Gould.
Are you married?
No.
Are you interested in getting married to a girl who's been married for 30 years?
Well, I've been a bachelor this long. I figure I'll still stay a bachelor.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Some other time, huh? Thanks for coming up.
We have a prize for...
Oh, you got a prize for her, too?
Yes.
What'd she get, the other fella?
No.
You get she gets $102.
$102.
Because you've got a more, you've got a more interesting figure than either of them. Thanks to all of you and to the winner. We'll see you again next week, huh?
Thank you.
Out of it.
Well, there you have it. That was it. And that's just, I watched it 5 times already. It just makes me laugh every time. Groucho Marx is so funny anyway, so improvisational. But that was Joe, and he was, I guess he might have been in his prime. Nice looking man and good build. That was no drugs back then at all. We just worked out with hard weights. But I found this and I wanted to share it with you. You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx, and Joe Gould was the guest. Of course, they had a little contest with a woman from the audience, and these are how things were done back then. They were very, very casual. It's not like today with huge productions, but they were also very popular. And I watched all these shows as a kid. I watched every one of them. I don't remember seeing this one. If I had, I would have remembered. But it was on, and there you have it. Joe Gould on You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. Pretty funny stuff. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Rick's Corner.
It's rickdrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.